2. High Priestess. Okay. This is a High Priestess read for the collective. For somebody who's highly intuitive. Some would say intuitive. Let's see here. Okay, let's start with the hippies first, actually. We'll start with the hippies. Can you give me 3 guiding hippie cards, Holy Spirit, and a main card on the bottom here? For this High Priestess that we're pulling on. Somebody in the collective. Holy Spirit, why don't you let you know whoever this resonates with, you're highly gifted. This is Mercury, it's called in this one. The Magician, you're highly skilled. You're meant for what you're doing. It makes you happy, whatever it is. Something I'm getting that requires your intuitive gifts. You have a direct connection with Source. Whatever this is, you could be a water sign because of the wave of bliss. You don't have to be, but I'm getting you're an emotional being. Most High Priestesses are. That's how their connection with Spirit usually works. But bottom of the deck, you're highly skilled. You could be dealing with somebody who's highly skilled as well. That's the underlying energy. Give us 3 guiding hippie cards for our High Priestess here, male or female. Temptation. You're gonna have a temptation period here. Snake in the apple reminds me of something that's gonna try and separate you from Spirit. This is a test I'm getting. Or something that you're going to learn something from. When this happens, things are getting totally bananas. Like everything's going in different directions. This is, you might need to find the humor in something, okay? Sometimes totally bananas can help you out of a situation where something like, say you're triggered or something, it's better to laugh at it than to strike out and get yourself in trouble, right? This can be ill as well. Maybe that is your gift. What do we got in the one more, Holy Spirit? This one? Okay, yeah, you're gonna have the last laugh if you do this, okay? Don't overreact, I'm getting, is what is required here. Somebody's gonna tempt you. I'm getting somebody's gonna try and trigger you, High Priestess, to try and trap you into a situation. They expect you to overreact. You're gonna laugh at it instead. And this is what's gonna lock you in to have that last laugh instead of being trapped by whoever this is. Now, who's the tempt? We're gonna find out. You're highly skilled. This person who's gonna tempt you could be highly skilled too. They could be somebody who triggers people, right? Good. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, Happy Gilmore. Like, you know that guy who always goes to the Red Lobster with Shooter McGavin or whatever. The guy who's like, jackass, who's always trying to trigger him. That's like somebody like that. Somebody's going to try and do that to you, okay? To get you to lose something. Is this feeling I'm getting off of this. Shooter McGavin's guy who screws up the other golfers so that he can stay on top type guy. Like somebody like that. This is a group of like-minded individuals that are behind this, okay? They feel imprisoned by you. With the 8 of Swords here. Okay, it just flipped off. Yeah, they're sick and they're losing wealth. They're on the decline, okay? You're shooting for the stars. They're trying to release themselves from their prison by doing this. This is flipped up upside down. Don't let them stay in their prison, okay? I'm getting it. I'm not getting you're the one who trapped them in this prison anyway. They may see it that way because things are balancing out for you. But it's in your best interest that they stay in their prison until they've learned from their mistakes. Okay. Just I wouldn't help them out of their prison because they wanted you in that prison. Okay. Yeah, they do want to cause conflict for you. They hate this and they want to gang up on you and basically drag you down. This is what their inner demons are doing to them. Okay. And that's exactly what's supposed to be going on. Thank you, Spirit. What do we got in the heart of the situation? They haven't learned their lessons yet. I mean, you've already learned this lesson a long time ago. That's why you're in control. The heart of the situation is you're the king in a mountain here, okay? The Emperor. You don't have to be in Aries. You could just be in Aries energy. You can be speaking to all 4 kingdoms. And all 4 kingdoms listen to you. because at one time you were the empress, and you listened to all four kingdoms. Okay, you have to listen to all four kingdoms before you can speak to all four kingdoms, and they listen to you. Okay, what's the challenge for? Okay, blocked. They want to block you from completing a cycle. They realize that you're leveling up, and pretty soon you're going to be out of their grasp. You already are. I'm getting that ship has sailed a long time ago. They want to come in and tempt you and throw some kind of a wrench in your machine so they can slow you down, okay? Before you leave the universe. This is like the crab in the bucket type mentality. They don't realize that you're not in the bucket anymore. That you've already like exited the simulation and made a copy of yourself to put down here to like basically like keep them busy. You know what I mean? That's the feeling I'm getting off of this anyway, okay? What do we got in the subatomic consciousness? Like I say, you're like Neo in the Matrix. They're like the guy that wants to go back into the Matrix because he wants to taste the motherfucking steak, okay? This is you're subconsciously you're moving slowly or whatever. You want to be honorable and diligent. You know that it takes a long time to be seen as honorable and diligent. Class takes a long time to build, but it can be lost in a second. These mofos are learning this lesson right now. And whatever, you're going to go on your merry way calmly and allow them to learn that lesson is what I'm getting. You're not going to help them out though. You might later, but I'm getting they really need to learn this lesson because at the bottom of the deck, they still want to take you down. They still want to cause conflict. This could be somebody in the government too. This doesn't have to represent you. Whoever they are, they want to stop you from completing exiting the matrix. I'm getting whatever that means to you. In the past, Upa. Yeah, in the past you could have been celebrating, or these mofos could have all been celebrating together. What were they celebrating? Holy Spirit. Right now, they could be in conflict with each other. Okay, these same people that were celebrating. Yeah, they were celebrating. Okay, this could have been you in the past celebrating your protection. They could have been celebrating being protected. Maybe they thought they were protected from something. This one reminds me of somebody celebrating and then trying to attack somebody because they felt empowered because there was a lot of them. You see how there's a lot of them there? This is giving me, even though it's not reverse Mean Girl vibes. You could have been celebrating too while all these mofos were trying to attack you, but see there's a lot of mofos attacking somebody. You stood your ground, and you could have celebrated ending a cycle of like basically being overwhelmed by people. Adding up to 10, you completed a cycle of that, okay? And right now, look, all those same people that were helping them attack you, it looks like they're turning on them now. This is what's going on. You're being, I don't know if they realize this yet, but you've definitely won this battle, okay? The battle, it was never even really a battle to you. It was just you learning lessons, right? It was them stomping their feet and raising their swords up and banging their beer glasses on the table, right? Thinking they were winning when really they were just making fools of themselves. Spirit says that's the truth, and right now you have clarity. When you're in this kind of energy, you can have this kind of energy and clarity, but I'm not getting that from these mofos. They're trying to tempt you, and they want you in this battle too. They're like, wait a minute, didn't we start this battle with this motherfucker? And what are they doing now? Now we're all stuck here fighting. You tricked them all. They want to come in and tempt you into coming into this battle so that you're in this energy too. Why would you want to waste your energy like that, though? Really? You're laughing your ass off here with totally bananas. And you're going to have the last laugh, okay? This is what's happening right now. You totally can spend your energy doing happy things. Why the fuck would you want to sit around with these knuckle draggers and do this? When you got perfect peace and clarity and the truth, okay? What do we got in the future, Opa? Thank you. Okay, in the future, these motherfuckers are gonna lose all balance, chaos. I don't know what to. This is I'm getting. You're on the right track. You have clarity and truth. Is all Spirit wants to let me know about you right now. I'm getting. You just in the future, these mofo's. This is like balance and going with the flow and whatever things. You can control them. This way is like totally uncontrollable. It's gonna be total chaotic event in the future for these mofos. While you're in Nine of Pentacles energy, for minding your own motherfucking business, enjoying the fruits of your labor. With this on top is balance. You're gonna be watching this shit go down from your high horse, your throne, whatever. You're gonna have a bird's eye view watching this shit go down. Perfectly balanced. I don't think you're really gonna give two shits about it. But this is what's happening right now, okay? The way you're influencing things is you're being seen, you're a creative outside the box thinker. You don't have to be a fire sign. This is usually Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could be influencing someone like this. This is somebody who's a trailblazer, somebody who goes their own way, like the Fleetwood Mac song. They're not a follower. People follow them. Okay. Hopes and fears. Okay, yeah, you're hoping to get to the truth of the situation. That's exactly what you're doing. Presently, what's going on? The truth, the sword of truth. This is spirit. This is like total clarity. You know what's going on. You're in control. Queen of Sword always gets to the truth. This is what you're hoping for. You are the sword of truth. You're basically working with spirit on this one, is what this says to me. What is this truth and clarity that's presently going on, Holy Spirit, for the collective? Yeah, you're a fool, but you have the truth. And just like it says at the bottom of the deck here, this is amazing. You are highly skilled. And guess what's right behind? I just realized what's right behind highly skilled is the Hermit. You're basically a teacher. You're teaching all these motherfuckers a lesson. They just don't realize that yet. You're teaching them a lesson that's literally gonna strengthen them and see how it says self-created there? You can say that because you're the one, you're the teacher, okay? You're basically teaching these motherfuckers a lesson because you're highly skilled. You've already learned these lessons, whoever you are. They're learning them the hard way, possibly like you did at one time. The lens you're looking through. Yeah, you're transforming. You're like working with Dr. Death. In this scenario, you could almost be like Dr. Death. You're creating a lot of change. You're working with the Reaper. You don't fear the Reaper. You know that parts of ourselves need to be peeled away for new ones to grow, okay? This is you don't fear the Reaper. Seasons don't fear the Reaper. You welcome the Reaper in with open arms and read their cards and laugh and cry with them. Okay? In the environment. Yeah, in the environment, because of this, there's a lot of change going on. This is necessary change. You're molding your own reality, your own environment. You're molding. You're knocking down the old towers and building new ones. Wow, that's beautiful energy. Outcome. High Priestess. If you were suffering from poverty, this is maybe what was holding you back. This is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Pentacles is investing in something, okay? And it, like, whatever, maybe even, like, not working out the way you'd want it to. But the Seven of Pentacles reverses this, like, turning around, and now you're getting your bearings, and you're moving into the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. This is what's happening. How's this going to happen? This is because of hard work. This is working very, very hard. This is like to putting the elbow grease with the devil here. 22 is just like I said, you're in control. You're the boss. You're running the machine. You're the emperor here. Okay? I'm not getting anything sinister off the devil here. This is you investing in the material world and building your Trump towers or your factory or whatever the hell this is. And you're being strong enough to hold on to it. And yeah, being self-created. What's right behind the Hermit here? We got the highly skilled. And we got the Hermit, which I think is kind of funny because the Hermit is the teacher, right? The Hermit teaches the magician the apprentice, right? The magician is the professional, but at one time a professional was taught by a hermit, right? Somebody who, an older professional, is basically what it is. And it's self-created person who helps create others, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're teaching others, wherever you are. You are you have compassion for people. You maybe these people. You maybe know these people might have even tried to fucking take you up out of the game. They might have tried to hold you down. They might have tried to pull you down in their smelly crab water. But you're the bigger person, and you're actually teaching your enemies, like it says in a good book. You're helping them mold somehow, whoever you are, and that's why I'm getting you have a lot of angelic protection because you've risen to a whole nother level. You're no longer selfish. You actually care about others. You care about others so much you even care about your enemies. 22 is like, once again, you're in control. Once you're at that level, you're 100% in control, and whoever wins this fight, whatever, I don't think it really matters. You're beyond that point. You know, whoever wins this fight doesn't really matter. The only thing that really matters about it is whether they're gonna heal from it and get to the same level you're at, right? Let's see. How should the collective deal with this, Holy Spirit? Yeah, get some rest, okay? This could have been a little bit exhausting for you. Now is the time to rest, definitely. With the Star Maiden. QRS. Elemental P. T. QRS2. There it is. Star Maiden. Or the High Priestess. Recovery and renewal, a pause in the journey. Star Maiden was worshipped by the ancient Greeks as Asteria, called goddess of the falling stars, astrology, and the dream divination. She appears on the star card in the tarot on this journey. Her symbolism of renewal and calm provides welcome respite after the chaos of upheaval of the tower. Stars have been an emblem of light and darkness. A divine promise, a magical relief. During dry season in Egypt, for example, when the river Nile would become parched, people longed for the star of Isis to appear in the sky as a sign of the coming rains. In our non-stop productive world, Star Maiden is balm for the weary, overstimulated soul. Her celestial music reminds us how much we need time just to be, to process and integrate the journey thus far, to hang out in the spaces, to relish the pauses between breaths. She's a shining beacon of hope and healing. Let's see. Additional meanings to pulling the Star Maiden card are: you're a starseed soul. You've incarnated from the stars. Learn to interpret your dream symbolism. You pay attention to your dreams. Look into dream symbolism. There's books you can get on that. You can look on. You don't even have to get books. You can look them up online. Relaxation and focusing on simple, joyful activities will help symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. You could be healing from. Maybe you're still traumatized by all these motherfucking shit puppets. You need to heal from that. You could have PTSD from maybe going through the dark night of the soul. Invocation: I slow down my pace and heal. I relax and replenish my soul. Take a little bit of you time is what I'm getting from that. Okay. Final, who has the collective's back in this one, Holy Spirit? Oh. Divine forgiveness. Yeah, definitely if you haven't forgiven these well, okay, right behind it is deception, Paimon. This is what I want to reiterate. This is the demon in the out of the whole 72 that has the most legions under him, okay? This is the biggest part of the enemy's plan, you must understand, is deception, Paimon. This is exactly what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to tempt you back down the mountain. Oh, come down the mountain and fight with us. It's like, fuck no. Why would you want to do that when you're on top of the mountain like Moses talking to God here, laughing your ass off with these fucking ants, okay? Like, for real. Number 9, you're the wise old sage. You're teaching these mofos. They're too scared to come up the mountain and talk to God while he's throwing lightning at them and shit. This is divine forgiveness, though. Forgive them for they know not what they do, okay? You're still teaching them. Haziel. Number 9. Cherubim, the merciful God. Psalm 25-6. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindness, for they have been ever of old. People born under Haziel are sincere in their promises and easily pardon those who commit offenses against them. Haziel obtains God's mercy, favors of the great, and the execution of promises. Sole guardian of those born between 2:40 and 3 o'clock a.m. Moral guardian of those born on March 29th, June 8th, August 19th, October 30th, or January 10th. Physical guardian of those born between April 29th and May 3rd. Then we got Paimon. King. The ninth spirit, Paimon, is a great king who appears in the form of a man sitting on a camel with a glorious crown upon his head. There go before him a host of spirits, such as men with trumpets and beautiful sounding cymbals. He roars at his first coming, and his speech is such that the magician cannot well understand Paimon, unless he can compel him. This spirit can teach all the arts and sciences and can explain what the earth is and what holds it up in space, and what and where the mind is. He gives dignitaries and makes many men a subject of the magician. He also, as if he so desires it, and gives good familiars. Paimon is to be observed towards the west. He was of the order of dominions and has under him 200 legions of spirits, servant of those born between April 29th and May 3rd. Yeah. So this is their, when the enemy's out of options, that's their number one tool, is deception. They have to get you to do something. You don't really have to do nothing. They want to trick you into doing something so that they can get you back down on their level, okay? So you're out of the enemy's reach right now. No, unless you want to go back and start banging each other in the head with sticks. Just keep going on your. You take some time to rest, is what Spirit's saying. You've earned it. Let's see here. Yeah, they're waiting for you to see if you'll take their bait. I'm thinking and fall for their deception. 7 of Swords here. You've completed a cycle with them. What's the collective gonna do? Our High Priestess here, Holy Spirit. Okay, yeah. You're gonna stay on the mountain protected with the Most High. Okay. You don't have no time for this. You're waiting to see what they're gonna do. 10. This is greatly burdening them. I don't think you feel too burned right now because you're resting, okay? Have a good one.